What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr Games, and as you can see I'm bringing to you guys the best deck in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! And that is Penguins. Now, before I get to it, this deck is heavily inspired by a profile that Simo posted on his channel, so if you want to go see the original profile, with no budgets, hold barred and that kind of thing, go check out that video. It's really cool. It's a really inspirational deck, absolutely crazy. The plays that this deck can do, from just adding in one highly priced card, is just insane for what it is. I mean, you're playing Penguins and this deck is just so cool. It's so much fun. Being able to utilize the ace of the deck, which is Penguin Soldier, to the best that it can be, is just absolutely fun. It's just so cool. So before I get into it, if you enjoy, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification bell, because obviously if you enjoy person's content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss out on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that. And all of that is great, appreciated, and we thank you guys so much for doing so. So with all that said and done, let's get into this Penguin deck profile. So I could have made this and profiled this like a long time ago, in all honesty, but I wanted to wait until we fully knew what was going to be in the Ice Barrier structure deck, because I wanted to see if I can make this budget with literally one exceptional card, which you don't even have to play. I'll show you the combo at the end. You don't actually have to play it. Your end result is a lot weaker, but it doesn't affect the main goal of the combo at the end, which is literally a one card combo, by the way, which is just insane. So I'll show you that at the end. But as I said, I wanted to wait until that barrier structure that came out, because the one card combo has one card in it, and obviously, and I wanted to see if that structure did want to reprint it, which it did, which is, thank God. Like, literally everything in this deck, barring like one card, is common. Like, and even then, that one card is not expensive because of what it is. So to start off with, as I said, the main ace of the deck is 2 Penguin Soldiers. You only need 2 copies because you get this out of the deck with your Synchro monster, Penguin Brave. You can play 3 copies if you so want, but the deck only just needs 2. Like, literally old classic flip, bounce to target 2 monsters on the field, bounce them to the hand. Can be your own field. It can even be Penguin Soldier himself, which is really cool. Next we're playing the 1 copy of the Glacier Polar Penguin. Literally, this is the only holo in this deck. Like, everything else is common, which is great. Glacier Polar Penguin is just a additional tuner you can play in a deck that is Penguin themed, and that is level 3. So if you don't know what he does, so when this card is, if this card is special summon, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls and return it to the hand. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. You can use this effect of Glacier Polar Penguin once per turn, only once that turn. So no matter what, it's going to bounce something if you get him on the field, which combos very well with our Nope Penguin. Now in the original profile, I only played 2 of this card. I'm maxing out on this because I want to get to this card in my graveyard as soon as possible. So what Nope Penguin does is that he's a level 3 Aqua, 1600 attack. During either player's turn, when an effect of a Penguin monster is activated, doesn't have to be a flip effect, so bear that in mind. You can special summon this card from your graveyard. You can use this effect of Nope Penguin once per turn. If a card will be returned from the field to the hand by the effect of a Penguin card, banish it instead. This literally turns all of your Penguins strategy into banish a monster a card your opponent controls, which is just great. And I love Note Penguin so much, so I wanted to max out on this. I wanted to see it as soon as possible so I can get it into the grave as soon as possible. The last of the Penguin main deck monsters we're playing is 2 Bolt Penguin. It's literally just a vanilla water It's just a vanilla level 3. Literally, that's the only thing you play it for. And the reason why we've gone for this, apart from over anything else, is that it's named Penguin. That's literally the only reason why we're playing the Bolt Penguin, because it's called Penguin. So, moving on to the card that was pinnacle for this deck is Gen X Undyne. This got reprinted in the Ice Barrier structure deck, which you saw in our box opening, our deck opening. And this card is the same. This is literally the 1-card combo. When this card is normal summon, send a water from your deck to graveyard and add a Gen X controller from deck to hand. The water we're going to be sending is Christian Rosenex, because you can banish this card from the graveyard and summon a vanilla water tuner. The level literally does not matter, it is a vanilla monster that we can make our Link Spider with. And then we're playing the thing that we search off, which is Gen X controller. You're probably thinking, why am I playing 3 of this, Joe? You are insane. Absolutely crazy, man. The reason I want to play 3 Gen X controller is because I want to have those moments where if I don't open up the Undyne, I open up something else, I have the Gen X controller in the hand, which then I can summon off my Link Spider once I go through the combos in any other way, and then have that controller in hand to 3D summon to be that level 3 tuner, which is why I've gone for that mentality strategy, and that's why I've done it. So the thing that I was hinting at for that is the Mathematician. If I open up Mathematician and Gen X controller, I have combo still. I have literally full combo. So I use Mathematician, send the Christian Rosenex from deck to grave, and then I can then banish the Rosenex, summon the token, link the token to Link Spider, summon the controller, boom, I got level 6 synchro play there. For our hand traps in the deck, wanted to keep it budget. The only themed one that I would definitely play no matter what is Deep Sea Minstrel. You play so many copies of waters, especially like the Note Penguin. If you have this and Note Penguin in hand, it's fantastic, because then you get to rip an opponent card out of the opponent's hand, and then you've got the Note Penguin engraved for ready plays, which is fantastic. So to keep it budget, the other hand trap I've gone for is Effect Veiler, just an all-around good, generic, good Effect Veiler. Like, it's just good. It's just good. This can be any hand trap that you want, no matter what. So that's just what I've gone for. 1 copy of Foolish Burial, another card to send Note Penguin from deck to grave, which is fantastic. 1 copy of Monster Reborn, nice and generic. 3 copies of Unexpected Die. It's just get a vanilla to the field. And then we have 3 copies of Painful Decision, get a vanilla to your hand. Most importantly, your Gen X controller. We have 1 copy of Call by the Grave to get rid of those pesky hand traps that we don't want. And then we have 2 copies of Fury the Creation to search our 3 copies of Torrential Tribute. Why is this good? You get to search a Disruptive Trap card while also being able to protect your cards from your Disruptive Trap card. What more could you want? And then we have 2 copies of Compulse. This deck is all about bouncing, so we play Compulse to bounce more things. I want to bounce more stuff. I like bouncing stuff. Bounce, bounce, bounce. All of that. Now, this extra deck is not 15 cards. This is like 13 cards, I think, or something like that. The remaining of the extra deck, the rest of the extra deck can be whatever you want. I just gone with the bare minimum of what you want to do for your combo, which I'll show you again at the end, while also leaving you this space to then put in whatever you want. But this is the bare minimum that you want to see, and there you go. So 3 copies of Penguin Brave. You don't have to play 3 copies. In all honesty, you could I'd probably drop it down to 2 for sure, but I just wanted to put in the 3rd copy because I'm not going to be playing Penguin Brave in anything other than the Penguin deck, so I might as well just max out on the Penguin Brave. So what this card does is that it's a generic level 6 2400 attack and 1200 defense Aqua Synchro. Your opponent cannot target face down defense position monsters you control with card effects. Great, protect that Penguin Soldier. You can use each of the following effects of Penguin Brave once per turn. If this card is synchro summoned, you can special 1 penguin from your deck in face down defense position, Penguin Soldier. When your opponent activates a monster effect, quick effect, you can flip 1 face down defense position water you control face up, Penguin Soldier. make this, set the Penguin Soldier. The moment they activate any monster effect, which is like the entire point of this game at the moment, flip that Penguin Soldier, bounce, bounce. And if you have Nope Penguin, the moment you activate the Penguin Brave to set the Soldier, Nope Penguin then summons itself to the field, which then means your Penguin Soldier becomes a Banish, which is fantastic. For the rest of the synchros, we're playing the 1 copy of Formula Synchron, 1 copy of Desert Locust, 1 copy of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, and 1 copy of Adamancipator Risen Dragite. I've gone for these because they're nice and budget, and they're all part of your combo. For the only non-budget card that we play is Crystron Hackley 5 racks. This is a proxy, and yes, it is a Japanese Formula Synchron. For our links, we're playing 2 copies of Link Spider because it's really important for our vanillas as well as our Crystron Rosenecks. As I said, the 1 copy of the proxied Crystron Hackley 5 racks. And the one other mandatory link that I play is the Marins's Core Anime, because then this lets you get into essentially anything else. You can play the Marins's Link 4, which then gives you a bit of consistency as well, which could be very nice. So that's it for the deck, both main and extra. Let me just zoom out a little bit and show you the literal 1 card combo, which is Gen X Undyne. Normal summon your Undyne. Undyne's then going to send you from deck to grave. This is a cost, by the way, so they can't like ash this. You send the Rosenecks, which then searches you your Gen X controller. Don't worry if they ash this. You have 6 other ways to get into Gen X controller, both being the free copies themselves and the painful decision. So you should see this in your hand. You're then going to use the Rosenecks to, I believe, banish. I believe it is banish itself. Just want to make sure. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, you can banish. So you banish this, and then you summon a tuner. You're then going to use a token. You're going to use that token to summon your Link Spider, which then Link Spider summons off the controller. Boom. Make our Penguin Brave. You don't even have to make the Penguin Brave yet, I believe. So you then link these off. This is the expensive part of the combo. Your Crystron Hackley 5 racks, and then Hackley 5 racks summons any tuner from your deck. Doesn't matter, so long as it's level 3. So if you are playing like Ash Blossom, you can play that. You can summon out Deep Sea Minstrel. You can summon out another Gen X. You can summon out the Polar Penguin. So summon the Polar Penguin. We're then going to tune those into our Penguin Brave. From there, we're going to literally just pass turn. On our opponent's turn, Penguin Brave is going to set the Penguin Soldier. And in the moment I activate a monster effect, you flip the Penguin Soldier and bounce, bounce. From there, you can use the Crystron Hackley 5 racks to banish itself and summon 1 of 2 monsters depending on what you want to do. So you can summon Formula Synchron to give you a draw. And then you can synchro these 2 into a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon or your Raptite. So that's 2 effect negations there. You can also, if you wanted to, keep the Penguin Brave on board, use these 2. And if you are playing like a Herald, you can make a Herald, which is also very nice. That's another thing that you can play in your extra deck. Or if you don't want to make the Formula Synchron, you summon out the Desert Locust, rip your card out of your opponent's hand, and then synchro these 2 into your Raptite as well. So you got multitude of options there. But what if I can't afford Crystron Hackley 5 racks, Joe? What can I do? It's pretty simple, my good friend. The moment you make this, you get this on board. Boom. And then you... Boom. Simple as that. It's not as effective because you don't have the additional disruption that you get from the Crystron Hackley 5 racks. But you get the same main end goal which you want, which is to establish the Penguin Brave to start flipping your Penguin Soldiers. This entire combo gets better if you have a crazy hand of Gen X Undyne, Nope Penguin, and Deep Sea Minstrel, this combo gets a lot better. Or if you don't open up these two, as long as you open up with something like a Foolish Burial, or like, yeah, basically Foolish Burial, it's the only other way to do it. Because you'd use your Minstrel to send your Note Penguin and itself from hand to grave, rip a card out of your opponent's hand for the turn, and then you do the entire Undyne play, which then, if we fast forward, we have the Penguin, we have the Crystron, just going for like mass potential here, and then your Penguin Soldier set. The moment you activate the Penguin Brave to set the Penguin Soldier, Nope Penguin is going to summon himself to the field, and then you can start going Penguin Brave, flip, banish, banish, and then your Crystron can go off from there. So that, guys, is the Penguin deck. I hope you all enjoyed it, plus 2 combos at the end. Hope you all enjoyed it. By the way, if you want to know what if you don't open up the Undyne, cool, as long as you open up with a way to get Rose next to Grave. And if I keep opened up with the tuner in hand, cool, math, send, banish, get tuner, use, link spider, special, boom. Simple as that. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. So yeah, guys, that's the deck profile and combos. I hope you all enjoyed it. This is crazy, this is weird, this is absolutely random, but I had to do it. It's just so much fun. It's very budget, very affordable, like literally stupidly affordable, and it's really cool. Like, you can really build off this deck. I think that's what I really like about it. It has its main core strategy, but you can utilize that strategy to do so many other things in the game, which is just absolutely fantastic. The world is your oyster. You can literally have a Penguin deck, which if you didn't want to do that, you can literally use a Rose next and do something like make a VFD, things like that. Like, you can just do so much with this deck. So, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, as always, happy dueling.